ancestors is raging, y'all. Whew. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, money, hope. Woo, ancestors got the messages and hopes for you African Americans. Woo. Mm-mm. I tell you, I'm trying to clean up my glasses, y'all. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Let's get this walk started. Yes, ancestors. Ooh. Ethiopia is raging. Get your mats, get your weight slide up if you walk, jump on your bike. Ethiopia is raging.
Power on.
Woo. They say in the day of Amani, they hope you African Americans get your passports updated and start making a bigger pilgrimage to these African nations over there. They have survived. I say millions. Since everything we have is by the German Ethiopians, and they don't tell the truth. Woo! The Ethiopian ancestors are raging. Don't give no DNA. Stop it if you do it. If your ass is hopping around here saying, oh, I got my DNA from the Mormon people. I got my DNA results from the Mormon people. And they say, I'm Jewish. Now, I can't say the real word, because the real word on social media will get you put in a concentration camp. But they done changed. They done classified, reclassified that DNA gene that says Ethiopia to Jewish. Ethiopia want to say, really, trash cans? Really? Hundreds of thousands of years. While Germany was what? Crawling around on its belly? Ethiopia was a nation of art, science, and culture. Went over there to Europe and straightened y'all asses out. Y'all have still been bopping each other with fucking stones. And yet, today here you are, reclassifying that history that goes beyond your stupid fucking Noah's Ark and shit. Really? German Ethiopians? Real fucking? Really? African Americans, get your passport. Stop doing that DNA shit. It's like we all... Okay, let me give you an example, just in case you don't see what I'm doing. Say we all cherries. Everybody's a cherry. Nice white cherry. Dark white cherry. And then someone comes, a cherry comes, another cherry says, another cherry with blue lipstick comes along. The dog cherry said, hey, cherry. And the dog cherry with the lipstick on says, I ain't no cherry. I got blue lipstick. And he said, you know, you're still a cherry. No, I'm not. the lawn. Dog Cherry. But this dog Cherry got blonde hair. Swinging back and forth. And the other dog Cherry said, "Hey, Cherry, how you doing?" And the Cherry with the blonde hair said, "I'm not a cherry. I'm not a cherry. I have blonde hair. I'm not a cherry." And the first dog Cherry said, "Hey, ain't no big deal. We all cherries." "No, I'm not. I have blonde hair." So they come another Cherry. Dog the same way. And the first Cherry said, "Hey, Cherry, how you doing?" And the Cherry says, "I have thin lips. I cannot be a cherry. Cherries don't have thin lips." And the first Cherry said, "Yo, it's cool. It doesn't matter if you're a cherry. It doesn't matter if you're thin lips. It don't matter blue lips. It don't matter blonde hair." On the day, everybody, the ancestors is hoping y'all get some passports and stop being under the ignorance, the delusion, the matrix of this penal colony. Go back to your ancestors. They trying to give you some messages, some clues. Stop giving your DNA. Not on this penal colony. If you go some African place where they know about Africans, here they hide African. They don't want. And I'm. All right. Ooh, ancestors is vibing high. Whew. Don't give no DNA here. They be done classified into something else because we are African is visible. They don't like that. Never have. They are the mixed race European Africans. Can't you see how they fight all the time? All the time. Africa has finally stopped fighting one another. Finally. Because that's not where it's at for y'all. Look out over here at these European Africans. They fight all the damn time. All the time. But here on this penal colony, these European Africans fight is, "Oh, I'm not African." So they're reclassifying everything that says Africa. They go into that book of lies and recreations and recreations, and naming shit. Anything to wipe out Africa. Anything to wipe out any DNA to Africa. I'm not an African. All are, but more currently, in the past 1,000 years, y'all are. Hey! I say a little bit more than 1,000 years. Okay? Whew. Honey, Ethiopia is raging. Raging. Because I wasn't paying no attention. Y'all know I be looking at true crime, minding my business. And then the thing came up. Again, some kind of murder thing. No, not murder. He was trying to find out. He wanted to do his DNA before his father died. I think it was on Prime. I could only look at the first weeks. I could look at the whole thing. But they was vibing so hard. They were saying, disgusting, how can they? What the hell? Anyway. So, there's this European African who wants to get his DNA done. He gets his DNA done. He is, I don't know if I get the numbers exactly right, but in the area of, he is 86% some kind of German, they didn't say Yiddish, but close to it. And 18%, I don't know, didn't matter. Jewish. Who them Ethiopians started raging. They started saying, how fucking dare they? Who in the hell do they... They have taken a blood that goes all the way back, and tagged the name of a book that they have rewritten, read everything, and tagged onto it, so it go from they skipped how the hell it got to Germany. That part they skipped. It got to Germany by Ethiopians. You low-life scumbags. Ooh, they finna get me kicked off of YouTube and Facebook. But they vibing hot. I told them, listen, I'm just a little old lady that's gonna get a tattoo that says, do not resuscitate. And let's ease and hope everything be there when it's time for my kickoff. Whoo, child. Stop giving me DA. Yes. Because all of a sudden, if you connected, your blood comes up deep into Africa. Them German Ethiopian scientists will reclassify it to them. Ooh, ooh. If I was Indian, if I was Chinese, I was any of those things, I would stay away from these penal colony, scientist lab, Mad Hatters Club. They will take your DNA and connect it to Central European, Europe or Germany. You want to know how a whole African race, how they try to eliminate the history of a whole African race? Shit like that. Jewish is not a fucking human being. Ethiopians are. And that's what you Germans are. You got African blood. You can tell the way how you act. Woo! I had a whole thing planned. I had something totally different planned. Let's talk about The Pawn Moves First, my podcast. Oh. Ethiopia is raging. Can you imagine being Ethiopian and getting your DNA done here and finding out, use the name of a cult, use a cult name, a cult that goes back to Germany but skips Africa, just to steal the history. but hate the people. So they erase the people and keep the freaking cult. I'd rather be connected to Ethiopia. Go back and look at its history. Don't worry about what these penal colony asswipes tell you. These European, African trash bags. They're liars. Ugh. The greatness of Ethiopia, and still the cradle of all your fucking cults. And that's why sometimes I shouldn't be upset. Because it's like, guess what? I want to tell the old Ethiopians, guess what? Dr. Frankenstein's, your monsters is wiping out your whole history down to the blood cell. Y'all hear what I said? It's not good enough for them to take the Ethiopian, the African, out of all the Hebrew documents and reading. They don't want that. They want to totally reclassify the African. Call it some made-up cult name. I can't say it on here because, you know, Jewish. And now, when you have that Ethiopian gene, or maybe it triggers, if you have it, see, lies. If you have the Ethiopian gene and you're from Central European, then you're Jewish. But if you have the Ethiopian gene and you have your African background, nation background, then you're Ethiopian. Both ways is still Dr. Frankenstein shit. Oh, I want to talk about my subject. Listen to the Paul Moves first. Oh, man, I hate when they change my agenda. Ugh. Here we are. Okay. That was the opening for the show, neighbors. Yeah. Palm looks first. Baby, you got it. One square straightforward. You know you got it. It captures by moving diagonally. Just protect the king. My song YouTube. My song Facebook. I wrote it. I produced it. I copyright it. Horizontal and vertically. Forward and backwards, if you please. It must be an empty square. In between the capture. Hey, that songstress is Alexandra Roller. That beautiful voice. Bishop moves diagonally. Forward and backwards. Number of squares. One bishop moves on black, the other on white. One bishop captures on white. One bishop captures on black. One bishop captures on white. One bishop captures. Okay, I should have got the real song. I used the video. But this is the middle part. This is the middle part. Y'all go to the video. Go to the Paul Moves first. Ooh. Yes! I'm pulling from the video, y'all. She controls more squares than the others. Forward, backwards, diagonally. Any number of squares. Yeah, the queen. She cannot jump over pieces, but she can capture. Yeah! 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 The night comes from one square to another. In an L shape, baby, you got it. It crosses two squares in a straight line, and then one square, either left or right. Either left or right. Either left or right, either left or right. The king's most important piece, though not the strongest. He can move one square in any direction. If he is not safe, then you lose the game. King's in Jamaica. Hey! King's in Jamaica. King's in Jamaica. King's in Jamaica.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Hey!
Chess is nickel and game 2.
Hey!
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Champions is what you see. Do you see how she's taking on? Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
A little respect.
Yeah!
Gotta
Yeah!
keep on trying.
Yeah! I'll be the best, and I ain't lying. Respect. Yeah! Written by yours truly. But it don't matter. It don't matter. It ain't nothing unless it comes from a European African. So as soon as I die, it'll be one of these songs. I'm just trying to get the gun. Dead or alive. Whew. Ooh. Yeah, y'all. I have a podcast that I do. But at my age, I'm making the videos. I have a choice of my energy to either make the videos and spend time distributing them, or from my knowledge of YouTube and different things like that, I want the product first, and then I can reload them up and on different platforms. But I need the product first. I need the what do they call it? Oh shoot, I'm calling it product, but it's not that. Anyway, so yes, the palm moves first. A song I wrote to teach kids the basics of chess through music, movement, and song. So easy to sing because I know this generation now, y'all know what Aretha Franklin is, but it's to the tune of Aretha Franklin that everyone used to know. But as soon as a European African takes the song, then everything will be revitalized except me. It's just the way it's done. It's just the way it's done. And it didn't get anywhere because it's not meant for y'all to know how to make the right moves. And you're not depending on your ancestors to show you and direct you the right moves is, because the right moves right now would be all y'all asses getting a passport. And instead of spending all the thousands of dollars at Disney motherfucking land, how about hit reality land? Take your ass to Africa and see if y'all can buy some houses and start some businesses for yourself. And to strengthen Africa. You would know. Critical thinking. You're always under attack. Always, always, always. I remember someone tried to explain to me why there is a white knight and a black knight. For surely, the black knight can't be Africans. They never said, oh, those Africans. Yeah, when the Africans went into Europe, all through all the lands, but this time around, Europe, or the first time out, I say more like the second time, third time. I have to reach way back in my head bones, in my muscle memory. And that's what it was. It was this war. And then everything from playing it. The kings of Africans played this game. That's how, again, how it got to Europe and India. Ooh, that's another country that ain't got no respect for Mother Africa. Though they right there, I don't understand. We all cherries, right? Your cherry may have straight there, but you're still a cherry. Your cherry may not grow, get as ripe as the original cherry, but you're still a cherry. The whole act, when I look at my life, 66 years of being here, and all the torture and the horror is just from a bunch of European Africans that hate the part of Africa that's in them. And because of that, and they hate the part of Africa that's in them, but together with that part of Africa that's in them and that European that's in them, they fight all the time. These German Ethiopians came here and started doing the press and so if you ever have any, as an African, if you ever have any relationship with them, it's very odd. One moment they love you with that cell, that blood that says African, Africa knows Africa. And then that European comes through. And then he talking you. And you're like, well, why are you talking me? I don't like the African in me. I don't like you. Ooh, honey, Jane, stop this crazy thing. That's from the Jetsons. I'm ready to get off. Oh. So, I put that together to teach. And then I put it in a podcast. It's on Spotify. It's called The Pond Moves First. I haven't put an update version up there yet. I will. Let me tell y'all something. 66 is different from all these other ages. Ooh, I know y'all don't pay attention to age progression because y'all all so busy and everybody business and y'all looking at those TV and them doctors is telling you, whew, and them doctors is telling you that they can help you fight old age. You're an experiment. If you get healed, you heal yourself. It's not from anything they're given. They got a stem cell thing that these European Africans couldn't wait to get to. Couldn't wait to get to. Africans said cautious, don't do it, don't use it. Don't do it, don't use it. There's herb out there, as simple as it is, oil yourself up with Jamaican black castor oil. You probably got a lot of fat in those legs that need to be broken down. Come to find out, people is crippled and everything after one freaking shot. They find out all the cells are dead. They are injecting you with pus. So African Americans, when you say you are doing this and that they poison, you're right. Sit down in front of a chessboard. The first thing you'll notice, an opponent on the other side of you is ready to attack. That's everyday life, especially on this penal colony where the whole mission is, I'm not African. I'm not black. How will I prove it? Well, black people live over there in that terrible neighborhood I only let them live in. And I live in the good neighborhood. So I'm a unicorn. I'm the cherry with the blonde hair. But you're still a cherry. You're still an African. And look at that scary thing. Reclassifying Ethiopian. The Ethiopians can chase themselves all the way back to Egypt. And now they call them, they changed the name in DNA. They call them Jewish. They call them Jewish. Oh, and the Ethiopian king is rattling. But listen, you better get over here and rattle. You better get over here to that British Israel and rattle, because that's where the destruction of your history, your proud history, is being deflamed by a bunch of Yiddish people living up in the fucking hills. They gonna get me kicked off. They gonna get me kicked off YouTube. Oh. See, palm first. Okay, I gotta get back. I gotta get back to the palm first. So, Happy New Year. They've been stewing all weekend. You know, I try to put the topic I want to talk about first, because I figure if I could get into my topic, I would have so much passion that their vibrations would not be getting through to me. Whew. But that Ethiopian thing, whew. King's bones is rattling. Rattling. Half of these Jews or Ethiopians, even more than half, has never even been to Ethiopia. They say when they go to the Prince Israel, that's the cradle of Ethiopian civilization, and they're killing Ethiopians. Whew. I guess I'm not a good example of y'all connecting with your ancestors. Maybe I connect higher because I'm closer to the exit. Whew. In February, I'm going to put a DNA. Whew. So, don't do no DNA, y'all. African Americans, get your passport. The European Africans that claim your African side, get your passport. Get your passport, because Africa knows Africa. Africa knows African. Can you believe it? That took that. It won't stop. That took African out of the Hebrew, but keep the Hebrew and fight the Arabs for the Hebrew, but the Hebrew foundation is the African that you hate, manipulate, and destroy. See? DNR. I can't. Jane, stop this crazy thing, honey. Jane, stop this crazy thing. Ugh. Hopefully tomorrow I can get through myself. I'm just hoping my podcasts and audio cassette books I listen to don't mention anything about DNA and coming up with that insult. Ugh. But listen, I put it out on the ethers. If Ethiopia gets it, don't get it. Y'all better get it. Stop with the DNA. They are basically reconstructing genes. And who knows? They're liars. I know. They say, oh, how you know? I know I was poisoned for 35 years. I had to take all this antibiotics if I had to go to the dentist just for them to come back and say, oh. We weakened your immune system. We weakened your immune system. And you say, why would you weaken my immune system? And then 25 years later, bam, coronavirus. Swoosh. Ain't no African Americans here that can verify, maybe one or two. But that's one or two, and I'm here. We won't connect unless they really want to find me. All I gotta do is put on the ethers because I'm on the ethers. So yeah, like that. So these folks are liars. They don't care about you. They hate being African. And we are African. But they're African, but it's underneath. It's not embracing it. Some do. But most don't. The Ethiopian kings is on fire. Whew. See, I'm going to have to do the pawn moves first again, the podcast. And hope that I can get through what I want to talk about. That beautiful song you heard I wrote to teach kids the basis of chess. To teach them that kings and queens exist and they're very dangerous people. Because the crowns of Germany and England, see, they won't go away, they won't let me. The crowns of Germany and England is what manipulating these German Ethiopians that ain't Ethiopians, but is Ethiopians, but ain't Ethiopian, but was able to change the blood, and now that great blood that see, squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 for good luck. I sure hope they don't rage all this week. I got so many things I want to tell y'all about, so many things to talk about. But when they vibe high, Maybe because I'm closer to the exit. When they vibe high, anyway, that's why I can only like do exercise and talk about stuff like that, because I know what it is. But they say on this penal colony that, you know, we don't have that power to see stuff like that. So, whew, anyway, sometimes when I get off this walk, I be exhausted, and I be like, this that's a 30-minute walk and I'm talking. But they be like, your agenda is nothing. So that's how Ethiopia is. Power, power, power. And you, I'm not going again. Okay. Squeeze your gut. Tuck in your elbow. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 for good luck. Y'all better connect with y'all ancestors. Stop with this DNA stuff. For 600 years, we didn't know who our aunt, uncle, cousins were. This is another way of manipulating us. If you want your DNA, find some place in Africa that knows about Africa, that hasn't had these German Ethiopians over there changing shit and renaming stuff. Get your passports. Get your passports ready. It may come a time, for the first time since the Civil War, where African Americans will have to face fight or flight. If you can be prepared to fight and also flight, like I am, as soon as I get my do not resuscitate, I'm prepared for fight and flight. Just a do not resuscitate. I don't give a shit. At this point now, you can see the bullshit so clearly. Anyway, they're vibing high. Anyway, thanks for coming on walk. Like, comment, share. Tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend. Just to exercise. Just to get that blood moving. Just to stay around for a little while. Okay, I see something down there. I be afraid to read it sometimes because I'm looking at YouTube. I know I don't have like the subscriber stuff. So, it could be a warning. Do they warn you like this? Oh no! Hi! Hi, Blue Truth. Happy, blessed, wonderful New Year, Lady Vicki. God's continue best to you always. Thank you, love. Wow. Thank you so much. Oh, how lovely is that? Y'all have a wonderful Emancipation Proclamation Day. Emancipation Proclamation Day. We are free. We are free to choose fight or flight, which is fitting to happen. Have a great day. Love you.